hope. And if you're new here or you're just not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. So we are all currently living through a really insane pandemic right now. If you hear barking, it's my dog, don't mind him. Anyway, we're all trying to find ways to stay safe and healthy as possible when we're not outside. Yeah, so as I was saying, we're trying to stay as safe and as healthy as possible whenever we venture outside, which for most of us who are not essential workers, that means just going to the grocery store to pick up some food. And for essential workers, that means every day going to work, you're trying to make sure that you're safe. I saw this really amazing picture tutorial type of thing on Instagram. I will insert the pictures right here by this young woman yesterday, and I thought to myself, this is amazing. I definitely want to try it, but I also wanted to be able to spread this information around to people who may want it or need it. So I'm gonna test out both of these hacks right here. One is making a no-sew mask using a sock, and one is making a no-sew mask using a bandana. So let's just get into it. To make your first no-sew mask, you're gonna need a sock, like I have. I actually had a bag full of socks that had no matches, and this happened to be one of them, so I'm gonna grab that. You're also gonna want a coffee filter. So I have a bunch of coffee filters here. And then you're just gonna need a pair of scissors. So I'm just gonna basically follow the instructions that she had on her Instagram and see how well this works. So let's go. So the first thing it says is to cut off the ends of the sock. So cut right here and cut right here. Okay, so it said first do that, and then the instructions say to cut halfway down on the sides. So I'm gonna cut halfway down on the sides. That's about halfway. So now I have the sock cut on this side and then also cut on this side halfway down. And then it says fill the pocket with the coffee filter. So let me grab this coffee filter. I have a Chemex filter, so it's kind of like this wonky shape, but you know, just fold it so it works. So I've cut the filter, and then I just stuff it in here, the instructions say. Okay, so I have a bunch of excess filter here, so I'm just gonna cut that off as well. Okay, so once you have the filters in there, I guess you can just stretch out the ends. See? Wow, this was so easy. Guys, this is so freaking cool, and I would like to think that it's effective. At least it feels effective. I don't know if the filter is really filtering out all of the germs, but I don't see why it would not be. Like, it could be comparable to how an N95 mask, which is the professional mask that actually filters out the virus. I don't know if this coffee filter is as effective as the N95 mask. I would venture and say probably not, but it's definitely more effective than just using the sock itself, which if you blow through it, you can definitely still feel your breath. Now with the filter, you can't, which I saw something which said that basically if you can blow out a candle when you have a mask on your face, that means that it's not that effective. So let's do the candle trick with this mask. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna light this candle. And you know what I'm gonna do just for experimental purposes is I took the filter out. There is no filter in this. Now let's see if I can blow the candle out. I can blow it out really, really easily. Now I'm going to put the filter right back in here. I'm going to relight my candle. And I'm gonna see if I can blow out the candle with the filter in here. So it passes the candle test. So I guess the filter is doing a good enough job at filtering out air, and not enough air can pass out or into it, therefore keeping you as protected as possible with this little DIY mask. Okay, so the second DIY mask, she suggests using a bandana. I just cut a piece of cloth that was like square shaped. And then you're also gonna need 2 hair ties. If you don't have hair ties, I'm sure you could use rubber bands, just something like this. So what you're gonna wanna do is, and I've already folded this, so I kind of know how to fold my personal bandana. It's larger than a real bandana would be. As I said, I just cut a piece of cloth, so I had to kind of amend how I folded this. But I'm going to start by folding one end in. If you have a regular size bandana, just fold to the halfway mark. I had to fold a little bit past that and then fold the other side in. Okay, so once you have the 2 sides folded in, I'm just gonna fold these sides in again, this time to the halfway mark. So like fold this side halfway in and fold that side halfway in. So once you have that folded down, I'm actually gonna test this against my face to see if it's big enough, and it is. So once you have your bandana folded, you're going to place your hair ties or rubber bands on either end. You want the rubber bands to reach there. And then it looks like you're just gonna fold it over. So basically on the side that's facing your mouth, you fold the ends of the bandana in, or your cloth like I have. Try to make this look nice and neat. I'm just folding it down. And then be right back. Okay, I've come back bearing many hair ties. So just in case this new one breaks, I'll be prepared. This time I'm not gonna pull too hard so I don't pop it. Put it up against my face and just put these over my ears. Oh. Okay. In theory, this should work. Maybe I need like hair ties that aren't as tight to make this work, because it's like the hair ties are entirely too tight. So then when it pulls on my ear, it just comes off. What could we do here? Let's improvise. What I'm gonna do is take a couple of hair ties like this. Now this is not in her instructions. This is me just trying to make this work. So basically I'm gonna tie these all together like this. So basically all you have to do is take either end of a hair tie like this, fold this one in half, and then, I hope this makes sense, guys, and then just pull one end through, and then it, like, you see how it gets, they're all together. I'm basically trying to make this long enough so that it fits around my head. That's the plan here. I'm gonna take these off of my bandana and add them on to this chain that I'm building. That looks like it should be big enough. So now I'm just gonna add this onto my bandana the same way I did before. And then put this on like this. Okay, all right, so this mask clearly looks like a mask, feels like a mask, but can it pass the candle test? Let's try this out again. clearly I cannot blow this candle out, which means that air can't easily pass out or in, making this seem like a pretty safe mask to go out to the grocery store if you have to run an errand. All right, so there you have it. It's as easy as using a bandana and some hair ties, or a sock and a coffee filter and a pair of scissors to make 2 sew-free masks that pass the candle test to keep you safe during this pandemic. So I hope this video reaches somebody who needs to hear this and needs to make these for themselves to keep themselves and their family members and friends safe. Guys, protect yourselves, stay home, and make these masks. If you thought that this video was helpful, make sure you like and share this video with your family and your friends. If you make them, tag me. Post it on your Instagram, tag me. I am at Nia Hope on Instagram. I would love to see your creations. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in my next one.